Today I'd like to demo my homemade portable bass amp. Now I got the head unit from this amp from a guy who actually passed away from a heroin overdose. This was before he got into the junk. But anyway, it's a T-Power guitar amp, and the interesting thing about the T-Power is it runs off of a wall wart. 12 volts, 780 milliamps. So what I did initially, when my neighbors moved out, we had garbage picked an old Silvertone organ a couple blocks down, and then the neighbors threw out a bunch of stuff, and I got an old end table, and I took the 12-inch driver out of that Silvertone organ, put that in the cabinet, and then used this head, and I had a crossover, and then a couple of full-range 4-inch speakers that I put in that cabinet, and I used a pizza pan that they had thrown out for the speaker grill. And I actually gigged with that a couple of times at a couple of like jam session parties, you know, with acoustic guitars, and a couple guys with, you know, like Roland, what do you call them, cube, mini cube, you know, and the little Vox ones. And it kept up pretty good, but honestly that the 12-inch speaker from the Silvertone, it couldn't handle the low end. It would start breaking up. So anyway, I like to peruse the free section on Craigslist. I ended up getting real lucky. Guy had two 10-inch bass speakers for free. And so I got there, he had a whole bunch of crap, and he wanted me to take like 10 years worth of baseball magazines and all this other bunch of TVs and a bunch of junk. And so I ended up running over to Salvation Army and dropping on. He had a 21-inch ViewSonic monitor. So anyway, but I got this Capitol Records, it's a 6x9 with two 3-inch horns, this ancient cabinet that I'm converting into a stereo amp for my Korg Pandora that's coming up. I'm going to put an EQ in it, an automotive EQ, and because that Pandora likes more of a line, like a PA style amplifier, it sounds better with that. So back to this project here, I got a hold of another guy. He charged me, I think it was $15, because this top cabinet it's a high quality. This other one was an MTX full range. It had a couple mid-range and a tweeter and a crossover, and so I removed all that. Walmart was out of flat black. I gloss blacked this, and then you can see here on the back how I set it up. I guess eventually I could improve this a little bit. I'm just piggybacking right here, and there is 1/4 inch here, and I do have an RCA that I cut in here, so I could go RCA out with a special cable if I wanted to. Right now I'm just using some lamp cord. But the nice thing about this is anything that'll run off of a wall wart, you can rig it up to run off of batteries. They sell multi-voltage converters for your car. Plug into the cigarette lighter. It'll have 3, 5, 7, 9, 12 volt. So you can't, you know, if you plug the car battery straight into something like this, it might blow up because the amperage is too high. This reduces the amperage and the voltage. So I have a couple of boxes with those converters and a bunch of those converters, and I got some deep cell batteries and stuff, and I even have some smaller sealed lead acid batteries. So we'll be using this at the woods, and 2 cabinets that break up. It's better than carrying a 15, and actually it sounds pretty good. So I'm going to go ahead and take a break here, and then I'll demo it for you real quick. Now, horrible. I have not played in this for a long time. Sorry about that, guys. I've got it turned down because, you know, neighbors and everything. It does go up a little louder, and then you buzz the speakers a little bit. But Well, yeah, I mean, it's pretty much good enough for, you know, like a little jam session. I mean, it's 210s. If I wanted to, I could get a little bit better of a head unit for it. It probably wouldn't, you know, the speakers are crackling a little bit. I'm not exactly that sure why. I can't imagine that this is pure power in here. But, I mean, honestly, I sunk $15 into this, and it's a lot. I mean, I do have a combo 250 watt with a 15 in it, and I used to run an 18 with that, you know, 2 speakers, and it's, you know, nowadays I honestly never played with a 10, and a couple of times I played through this for like a half hour, and I really like the tone. Right now, how I have it set as the bass is all the way up, the mid-range is halfway, and the treble's all the way down. Now also, I can go over here into the high. This jack needs to be cleaned up or replaced, and get a little more power out of it. Yeah, you can see that jack is bad news. But like I said, you know, it cost me 15 bucks. I was lucky enough to get the speakers for free. It's nice because it runs on batteries, and it looks a heck of a lot better than that end table that I had the pizza grill on there. So thanks for watching Hacking with Petey 2, and keep on hacking.